Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Stupid Planet NegativeAE, right back where we left off here. I don't know what's gonna happen here. We managed to escape CERN for, what, the 90th time? We kind of know what's going on now. When it subsides, I find myself again in the lab. It's just before 5. I have around 2.5 hours before Mayuri dies. So we've come to terms with it at this point. What are we gonna do here? I find myself staring at the time leap machine. This thing is the reason for Moeka's attack. If only we had never built the phone wave. If only we had never sent those emails. Perhaps the future might be different, instead of the nightmare it promises right now. Would anything change if I broke it? Just smash it into pieces right here. Yeah, 1, CERN would still think that you have it, and 2, you wouldn't be able to go back in time. In a rush of delirium, I grab a chair and lift it high over my head. This isn't gonna work. Just as I'm about to bring it crashing down on this infernal machine, a voice cries out. Stop! Okabe, what are you doing? Kurusu grabs my arm and pulls me back. Are you trying to break the machine? You don't have to break it, Okabe. We have already decided not to experiment, remember? Anyway, put that chair down. I lower the chair slowly. Not because Kurusu told me to, but because I realized what would happen if I really did break the machine. It caused or will cause Mayuri's death, but at the same time it is also my only chance of averting that future. If I lose it, I lose my only hope of saving her. Exactly. Not that that should be your number one priority in this situation. The fear of that outcome stayed my hand. You look pale. What's wrong? Are you listening? I can't deal with this. Not now. Wait. I flee from the lab. I don't have a particular destination in mind. That's a cute shirt. I've never noticed this shirt before, but it's cute. A little bow tie on it. It's awesome. I mean, even if it's like painted on. People look at me strangely as I shuffle down the street. I imagine I must look like I crawled up from the grave. Soon I get fed up with the crowd around the station and escape to the pedestrian overpass. I'm about to get halfway across the bridge and squat down on concrete. Or I get halfway across. The giant screen on the UPX building is advertising some gothic punk band. The ticker at the bottom displays today's weather forecast along with the date and time. I realize today is Friday the 13th. Is there no way to get through today without Mayuri dying? It's already 5:30. 2 hours before the attack. Or until the attack. The lights around Akibara Station turn on one by one as the sun sets. The moe might be gone from Akiba, but the area around the station is still as posh as ever. I don't belong here. The bridge I'm sitting on has become a date spot for couples. I see them standing here and there, gazing at the cityscape with their arms wound around each other. Somehow, they never seem to tire of the dull, unchanging scenery. What am I doing here? Mayuri's about to die. Hey, don't you think you're a little old to be sitting on the ground in public? I lift my head to see Kurusu standing there. So this is where you went. I've been looking for you.
No. Christina.
Don't call her that, dude. She's gonna think you're weird. What? What time is it now? 5:38? Hey, if you have time to sit around, then you can help me with the shopping. Shopping. Oh, right. Preparations for the party. In the original timeline, I went shopping with Kurisu at the UPX supermarket. And then we talked on the bridge, or on this bridge, just like now. It feels like so long ago. Back then, I had no idea what was about to happen. Well, are you going to come along or not? Dots. I sighed deeply. I don't believe that it was wrong to time leap. However, Kurisu. I keep my eyes lowered. That's the first time you've said my name properly. I feel her eyes on me. Help me. I can't save Mayuri alone. I realize that now. Reliving today again and again, only to taste the same despair each time, has taught me one important lesson. Alone, I am powerless. Alone, I have no hope. Help me. Tell me what happened. I know you used the time leap machine. What? I look up in surprise. Kurisu doesn't meet my stare. Instead, she leans on the guardrail and gazes down at the plaza with her usual frown. You get a phone call and suddenly you're like a different person. It was obvious. I came from 3 hours in the future. What happened? They killed Mayuri. I lower my head, trying to hold back the tears. Then I explain about CERN and Moeka and how Kurisu herself activated the time loop machine and made this possible. I tell her about my previous leaps. I explain that the world itself wants Mayuri dead, and that I can't save her no matter how hard I try. I keep talking for 30 minutes straight. During that time, Kurisu hardly says a word. It's all my fault. Talking to Kurisu lets me sort out everything I've done, everything I've seen. I shouldn't have told Daru to hack CERN. I shouldn't have asked you to build the time machine. I shouldn't have made Moeka a lab mem. Mayuri's death is all my fault. That's why I needed to bear the burden myself. I was resolved to do whatever it took to save Mayuri, never faltering, never giving up. And yet, my resolve has already crumbled. If you know that Mayuri's going to die, then what are you doing wasting your time here? Kurisu's tone is haughty. Is this how I sound when I'm playing Hoin Kyoma? I just don't get it anymore. What don't you get? How to save Mayuri. Based on what you said, I guess the chronology protection conjecture is true. No matter what I do, Mayuri dies. And that's why you keep time leaping. There's no guarantee that the machine is safe, you know. Kurisu lowers her gaze and cups her chin, as she often does when assessing a problem. Even if the time machine, or even if the machine works perfectly, repeated use may have serious side effects. For example, you may become disconnected with causality itself. You need to understand risks if you're going to continue. Disconnect from causality meaning... It happens all the time in sci-fi. You'll become trapped in a closed time loop, never aging, never dying, but doomed to repeat the same day for all eternity. Worst case, you may cease to exist entirely. What? Every trace of your existence will vanish. Nobody will remember you because your life will never have happened. Leaping through time is that dangerous. Humans are temporal beings. Kurisu looks surprised. Heidegger. I was thinking of that quote too. I heard it from you first. When? This isn't the first time I've leaped. Right, of course. Kurisu squats next to me, thinking deeply. If what you said is true, then I want to save Mayuri too. But as the co-creator of the time leap machine, I can't recommend its continued use. Will you listen to my advice? I can't do it alone. I know that now. I need your help. This is weird. So I kind of suspect her, right? Like I kind of think that she's a spy. But as for right now, all we know is that Suzuha thinks that she is, and that she takes all the credit for the time leap machine, which could just be her trying to save us. I don't know, right? Like, what if she's trying to save us and she like pretends to take all the credit for the time machine, and that's why Suzuha's mad at her or something like that. Kurisu sighs. But then she's part of CERN? You're such a stubborn fool. What you've been through, I'm surprised it hasn't broken you already. Incredibly, she sounds concerned about me. She looks at me for a moment, then turns away as if embarrassed. I'll help. Anyway, I'm not doing this for you, okay? I'm doing it for Mayuri. Yeah, of course. That, and I think you'll make a good test subject. Now you're talking like CERN. It's completely different. How so? I only experiment on you. Besides, mad scientists experiment on themselves all the time, don't they? I guess. I'm no longer afraid to time leap. I'll do anything to save Mayuri. It's just a joke. Don't take it so seriously. Kurisu stands up and looks at her watch. There's not much time. I think you should have a clear plan before trying to change the future again. Meaning? Leaping to an even earlier time. Then explain the situation to me again. Kurisu's right. My actions so far have been almost entirely random, and look where that's gotten me. I need a real plan if I'm going to save Mayuri. Let's go. Kurisu stretches out her hand. I grasp it and pull myself up. Mayuri and Daru are already back when we return to the lab. Suzuha is there too. To get rid of them, Kurisu and I explain that we forgot to do the shopping, so could they please take care of it for us. I cough up the money and convince them to go. But it works. I understand that you can't tell Mayuri, but why can't you tell Hashida? I'll tell him when it's necessary. For now it's not, and I don't have time to explain. While Kurisu sets up the machine, I head downstairs to Bronte Workshop, kick the door open, and turn on the 42-inch CRT. That went way more smoothly than I anticipated. It's highly illegal, of course, but I'll leap long before the cops get here. Kurisu looks shocked when I return to the lab. I'll throw you in the slammer for breaking and entering. In a few seconds, it won't have happened. Kurisu hands me the headgear and I put it on. I see. That's how it looks from your perspective. What does it look like from my perspective? I wonder what happens here after you leap. You'll know soon enough. I wonder what happens. Like, what if someone else uses it? Do I just, like, see the same shit? I guess I have reading Steiner, so I know. It's convenient, huh? The consciousness that travels to the past. That I know from experience. What happens to the body I leave behind? If time is a straight line, then it's likely that the present will be reconstructed based on my actions in the past. But if the many worlds interpretation holds, then after I leave, this world will continue on as if nothing happened. I used to be so fascinated by the structure of the universe, but now I really don't care. All that matters is saving Maori. Kurisu's fingers stopped typing on the keyboard. What's wrong? It's nothing. I was just thinking. Maybe it works like a D-mail. The instant we send a D-mail, the present changes around us. Thanks to reading Steiner, only I remember what it was like before the change. That would make things easier, but I kind of hope you're wrong. Because you can't collect data if you can't record the change? Exactly. Kurisu nods and begins tinkering with the settings again. I set up the destination 5 hours ago. You should arrive around 1:40 p.m. I completed the time loop machine just after 2. Do you remember? Barely. For Kurisu, that only happened 5 hours ago. For me, it feels like weeks. Maybe it has been weeks. Nobody likes a man who can't remember dates. Be thankful that I made a habit of checking the time. I have a pretty good idea of what happened when. Kurisu finishes typing and turns to face me. Listen, Okabe, if you're going to keep using the time loop machine, there's one thing you must remember. Don't let go of your phone, ever. It's your lifeline, your destination marker. As long as you keep it with you, you can leap to any time you want. But if you lose your phone, if someone else gets a hold of it, then if I leap to that time, my memories could overwrite theirs. I don't want to imagine what might happen next. If it breaks, or the battery dies, then I won't be able to leap to that time. If it breaks, then I can get a new phone with the same number, but there will still be a period of time to which I can never leap. The time leap will fail. Once again, never let go of your phone. Got it. After you leap to this afternoon, just sit tight and don't do anything until I complete the time leap machine. If you accidentally prevent me from completing the machine, it will likely wreak havoc with the timeline. As soon as I finish, declare that we will not experiment and send everyone home. Ask me to stay. Tell me the truth. If you say I came from the future, I'll probably believe you. How do you know? Who knows? Who knows me better than myself? Ooh. Kurisu grins faintly and then stands up after she's done typing. Don't forget, it was my mad skills that turned the phone wave into a time leap machine. When you told me about your time leap, I took it as proof that my theories were right. I was happy I succeeded. I really was. I didn't doubt it was true for a second. I see. Just to be safe, I should probably give you a passphrase. What I want most right now is my own fork. What? It doesn't mean anything, okay? You want your own fork? I already have my own spoon. Wait, that doesn't matter. Everything's ready. Now, get out of here. I nod and call up the phone wave named Charter to change. Okay. I like this plan. I don't... Be careful. And remember, I'm always on your side. Alright, well this could be a major case of brainwashing, but you know she's won me over now. This has been a roller coaster of emotions. I've hated her, and now I like her again, and then she's now I hate her, and then I like her. Oh my goodness, dude. She's always on my side. I'll believe that. I'll believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Alright, back same day. I don't know why we don't go back another day. We should go back to yesterday. That's what we should do. I lay back on the sofa with my phone in. I guess we need the time loop machine to finish. Huh. Needles in my brain. A whining in my ears. These sensations never get any easier to endure. I look at the clock. It's about 1:45. There's a high school baseball game on TV. In about 15 minutes, Kurisu will finish the time loop machine. All it needs is some final adjustments, so there's nothing for me to do but wait. As the pain in my brain subsides, I realize that my head is throbbing. Why? Oh, I remember. Right before this, I had an argument with Mr. Braun, in which he introduced my fist to his skull, or to my skull. Mayuri is at her sewing machine, working on her costume. Daru is at his computer, collecting moe artwork from the internet. And Kurisu is in the development room, upgrading the time loop machine. I sit motionless as the minutes tick by. Suddenly, the sound of the sewing machine stops. Okanin, Okanin, can you come here? Mayuri shows me her costume. Can you hold this for me? Spread it out like flop. Mayushi, say flop again. Flop. I got a flop. Stop it, pervert. I follow Mayuri's directions and spread the costume by the sleeves. Okay, thanks. Mayuri looks a little tired. She was working on this costume all night. But then she smiles, brighter than the sun. All done. I said something here, didn't I? What was it? I can't remember. I finished before Christian. We were racing. You win, Mayuri. Congratulations. But I'm finished too. Kurisu finishes connecting the two cords she's holding. Complete. Alright, that's my cue. We're not experimenting. Eh? Crap, was that too soon? I just finished and you're already shutting it down? What I've been doing for the past 3 days? Time leaping presents a host of problems. I want to consider them all carefully. That's an unusually respectable opinion coming from you. Problems? I thought it was done. I'll explain later. Everyone's tired, so let's go home. We're not going to have a party to celebrate? We'll do that another day. I managed to convince Daru and Mayuri to leave. I lend Mayuri my phone charger since we use the same brand of phone. That's fucking bad. Don't do that. You just learned that your phone charger... Oh my god. Kurisu tries to go home too, but I quietly keep her back. What? Are you upset? Yeah. Probably because I shot her down right after she finished the time leap machine. She'll feel relieved later, but only after she has time to fully consider its implications. I came from 5 hours in the future. Kurisu spears me with a piercing glare. Is that supposed to be funny? Her narrowed eyes make me believe that looks can kill. Don't glare at me like that. This isn't right. You're supposed to believe me. What made you think I believed something like that? You told me so 5 hours from now, okay? Don't be ridiculous. I would never make such a baseless projection. Oh, that was a cool emotion change that they just did there. I'd like to have a word with future Kurisu. If this is how you're going to be, then you leave me no choice but to quote you word for word. When I told you about my time leap, you said it took proof that my theories were right. I didn't doubt it was true for a second. Don't forget, it was my mad skills that turned the phone into a time leap machine. I don't talk like that. What you want right now, what you want most right now is your own fork. What? Kurisu's face suddenly turns red. You already have your own spoon, apparently. She said that? I'm gonna kill myself 5 hours from now. She appears genuinely shocked, but for some reason, I'm pretty sure she believes me now. Feels like someone peeked into my heart, and that someone is Okabe of all people. What does she think I'm going to do? But I think I believe you. Tell me the details. I explain everything to Kurisu again. I'm able to organize my thoughts better since this is my second time. I see. If what you say is true, then we have a serious problem. There are still 5 hours until Mayori's death, and we need to come up with a plan before then. Future me said the chronology protection conjecture holds, but I don't think that's quite right. That conjecture says that according to quantum theory, time travel is impossible due to the danger of disrupting causality. But when you time leap, there's no chance of a time paradox occurring. Two of me don't exist at the same time, and I can't bring anything with me to the past. All that changes is the memory stored in my temporal lobe. So at the very least, a time leaping can't cause a grandfather paradox. So I was right. The universe itself is censoring me, correcting any changes I try to make. If that's true, then time leaping can't save Mayori. Nothing you will do will change the result. Can't accept that. Neither can I. The world is trying to kill Mayori. As a scientist, I refuse to believe such nonsense. What about the many worlds interpretation? I just need to observe the world where Mayori doesn't die. The many worlds interpretation. That may have something to do with how Mayori's means of death keeps changing. But it's supposed to be impossible for parallel worlds to observe each other. Why are you different? Because of my Esper power, reading Steiner. This is no time for your Chunibyo nonsense. There's no other explanation. You've mentioned that reading Steiner thing before. Were you actually serious? Why would I make up something like that? Our DML experiments proved that I can somehow perceive changes in the timeline when they occur. It's an ability that only I seem to possess. I don't know, but I don't want to rely on something that may not even exist. Anyway, you can't control which possibilities you observe. Even if the many worlds interpretation holds true, it's unreasonable to expect that you'd ever find a world where Mayori doesn't die. Wait, we're not getting anywhere. Instead of analyzing what I've done, let's think about what we can do. Time leaping won't change the result. I just said that. Then what do we do? Calm down. How can I calm down? Do you know how many times I've seen Mayori die? Covered in blood, gasping for breath, the light fading from her eyes, again and again and again. And all I could do was watch. I hear my teeth grinding in my skull, recalling that despair, that feeling of true or of utter powerlessness, making me want to lash out at everything within reach. Getting emotional won't solve anything. You're only calm because you weren't there. True. I don't know what happens 5 hours from now. To be honest, it doesn't feel real at all. But it's not like I don't believe you. You have to stay strong, Okabe. Kurisu pats my arm. Her hand is warm and her touch is gentle. How American of her. Again, these American things. Sorry. She's right. Getting emotional won't solve anything. I need to calm down. Calm down. What I don't understand now is how the cause can change, but the effect can stay the same. It's like causality itself is broken. Maybe Kiryu Moeka shooting her isn't the real cause of her death. Maybe it's something larger and less obvious. For example, maybe she dies because we invented a time machine, or because CERN discovered a hacking. If that's the case or cause, then it really doesn't matter how she dies. Causality remains intact. Can that theory explain why Nei pushed her in front of a train? Oh, right. Anyway, the principle of causality is absolute. Deny that, and you deny all of physics. There must be a direct or distinct cause for Mayori's death. So if we figure out what it is, then maybe we can save her. Not necessarily. What do you mean? The problem is when the casual event occurred. If it happened too far in the past, then there's nothing we can do. But I can travel to any time I had a cell phone, can't I? No. It's still theoretical, but I believe one leap with our machine has a maximum range of 48 hours. 48 hours? I can only go back 2 days. Why didn't you tell me that before? Before? What? I just finished the time leap machine, remember? That's true. Future, you didn't say anything about it either. Oh. So that's what you mean. Maybe she just didn't have the chance. So, how come I can only leap 48 hours? I don't know. Even I don't understand everything that's going on inside that thing. But you can do consecutive leaps. That is, as long as the time leap machine exists. For example, if the time loop machine remains functional for 10 straight years, you could leap back to this this moment 10 years from now. Of course, it would take a total of 1,825 leaps, so I don't recommend it. Still, it's theoretically possible. Then what's the problem? Weren't you listening? It said as long as the time leap machine exists. When was the time machine completed? Exactly, 1 hour ago. August 13th, 2010, 2 p.m. or thereabouts. It didn't exist before then. It's impossible to use the time leap machine before 2 p.m. today. So what you're saying is, count 48 hours back. I can't go back farther than 2 p.m. on the 11th? Kurisu nods, her expression grave. Most likely. Can't you improve it? Eventually, maybe, but certainly not now. I'd need a real laboratory with real equipment. It would be expensive, which means we'd need sponsors. And if we go looking, I'm pretty sure CERN would crush us. I'd say that's a proven fact by that neither you or I have leapt here from the far future yet. So basically, we can't do anything. Even with the time loop machine, we can't stop CERN from killing Mayori 5 hours from now. At that moment, I hear a sound from outside the window. What? Is it Moeka? Did she overhear us? I dash to the window to look down at the street. It's Suzuha. Her bicycle has fallen over, and she's scurrying to pick it up. Our eyes meet. Huh? Why does she look so pale? Ooh, plot! Go talk to her. Her lips move slightly. It looks like she's whispering something, but I can't make it out from here.
What?
Hey. I call it to Suzuha, but she leaps on her bike and zips away. She's acting strange. She knows, especially since she came in and kicked ass. She knows. I smell a conspiracy. Moeka was the spy. Could Suzuha be the same? No, she's different. It's too dangerous to trust anyone. Suzuha exhibited suspicious behavior, though not as much as Moeka has. She's openly hostile towards Kurusu, and she was able to take down CERN's hit squad single-handedly. I wonder if this missing father of hers really existed, or exists. Could he be the John Titor who's been posting on the internet? What is the meaning of Barrel Titor? Instinct tells me that she knows something. I dash out of the lab. Hey, where are you going? I know I haven't much of a chance catching her on foot, but I have to try. There's something going on here. This is a completely new sequence of events. According to my memories of the future, Suzuha is supposed to remain at the Broad Tube workshop until 6:30 this evening. But when she overheard me talking to Kurusu, she suddenly took off like a bat out of hell. This has to mean something. Yo, we're on to something. Suzu's already out of sight, but when she left, she was headed for Trurodori. Fuck. I have to end the episode, guys. Oh, jeez. Let's see where this gets us. Let's see if we catch her. I wonder if her phone's on. Maybe I should try calling her. Come to think of it, this reminds me of something. On the day that she failed to meet with her father, she disappeared without a word, just leaving an email by. I searched the town, but I couldn't find her, so I sent a D-mail that changed the past in order to make her to stay. I'm pretty sure I lost her near the station back then. What happened on that timeline? Where did Suzuha go after failing to find her father? I search up and down Trurodori, but I find no trace of Suzuha or her bike. I have to be careful. There could be rounders here in Akiba. I comb the area around the station's main exit, but there's no sign of her anywhere. I lose sight of her before, so I thought she might be close by. Maybe I should corner her on my next time leap. Press her for answers before she can escape. I better get back to the lab. I start walking from the station, but just then, people around me gasp and point. Everyone's looking up at the sky. No, not the sky. The satellite embedded on the roof of Radicon. Why now? It's been there for 2 weeks. It's practically a landmark now. But everyone looks like they're seeing it for the first time. So I turn and look up too. It's gone. Oh no, it's there. Well, this is a weird turn of events. The lights on the satellite are blinking. Someone inside? Who? Suzuha? Or could it be Moeka? The satellite remained silent throughout all of my previous time leaps. What has changed? Obviously the fact that Suzuha overheard my conversation with Kurusu. Previously I lost sight of her at the station. In other words, right next to Radicon. Suzuha must be up there. Everyone's staring at the satellite. This is my chance to sneak in without being noticed. The shutters are half open, just as they were when I confronted Moeka. I summon the courage and crawl through the crack. When I get inside, the first thing I see is Suzuha's bike lying on the floor. So it is her. What is she trying to do? What is this? What is that satellite? How is it related to John Titor? Is this even a satellite? No one knows for sure. I checked online. No satellites fell out of orbit that day. When they do, whether by accident or design, they usually burn up in the atmosphere. It's impossible for one to land in such perfect condition. So what is it then? A jolt suddenly runs through my body. Could it be a time machine? There's only one way to know for sure. I need to get there before Suzuha does something. The elevator and escalator aren't operating, so I bound up the stairs 2 at a time. My lungs gasp and my legs burn, but I force my body to carry me to the top. There's the satellite, lodged in Radicon's roof. I noticed the wires holding it in place. The police must have done that so it wouldn't fall. There's a hatch open on the other side of the machine. I see someone moving inside. Suzuha! The person freezes when I shout. I run to the satellite. Suzuha turns to me with a sad expression. Behind her, I see the interior of the satellite. It's surprisingly simple, with switches and buttons you'd expect. Inside, there's a black box the size of a desktop PC. There are numbers on the screen. 2010 08 13. And below that, 1975 08 13. Suzuha reaches out and presses a button. Ow. Sparks burst from the panel. She jerks back, her fingertips burned. What are you doing? It's not working. You know how to use that thing? She doesn't reply. I see her shoulders sag. It's not working. The sparks had to be from an electrical short. My eyes are burning from the smoke. Answer me, Amane Suzuha. I swallow hard, then ask the question. This is a time machine, isn't it? Are you a time traveler? With her head hung low, Suzuha nods. I flippin' knew it, dude. I flippin' knew it. Oh my god. I swear I called this. I swear I called this. I swear I called this. I called it, but then it changed to say that her dad was Titor. Oh my! And then she shot my idea down. Oh, it makes sense. Oh, I flippin' knew it. Oh, I knew it. Oh, I gotta end the episode. It's 42 minutes. Oh my god, I knew it, dude. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you want. Oh, I saw this. I saw this. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out, you guys.